Releasing new details in a crash that happened last night. Troopers were called out around 6:30 yesterday near County Road 1200 and Private Road 6820 just south of Reese Center. DPS tells us 2 vehicles were involved. 1 person was thrown from the car. They were taken to UMC with serious injuries. Troopers tell us 30-year-old Jason Boy was arrested for intoxication assault. He remains in the Lubbock County Detention Center on a $40,000 bond.